This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. And for the better part of a century, the Sooners and Longhorns have defined conferences, national titles, and how regions of the country are perceived based on the outcome of this game. When these two meet, everybody pays attention. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Started with the opening kickoff. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Down here for the offense. They'll give it to the back. Man to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year. Things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time.
And he breaks into the open. At the 30. Inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Wide out in motion. Looking for a crease. It's Horn. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. You guys know I love the history of this stuff. Texas is threatening to put together a run unlike any they've had since the 50s, David.
Texas has been dominating the series, and I can tell you this from college. We had some rivals that we played with that we lost to consistently. Coaches that week got so tight, so tense, it made a big difference for me.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. It starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I'm expecting to keep pushing this ball down.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Still running at the 40. Afterburners coming. The 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
How about that? Second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense when the police come soon.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll leave it with the lone back. You go back over the history of this rivalry, and there's certainly been close games, but there's also been a large number of blowouts, and we had one last year with the Horns, David.
And I think as a Texas fan, you better understand that, because when you win big the year before, OU is going to come out with their hair on fire, Jesse.
Oh, look out! Smacks it with the stiff arm. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Horn. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run out to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group there if I were allowed to quarterback push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Texans! Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. For a drive there of 84 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside his 5. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Here's the handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the 3 of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL. We know David's got a big dome. That's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. The give to the tailback. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Sooner.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the 2nd level, great vision, and he shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Had those stats, young fella.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. These 2 defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed. At linebacker, he can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. It's still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man on the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. On the option. Now the bench. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. On the option. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you can tell they caught up with him and forced the fumble.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found daylight, it was candy bar the door, baby.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 10 to Charlotte. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see them right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the ground with the back. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
On second down, looking again to throw. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Moving away from pressure. Let's it fly. Wide open downfield. He's off to the races. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. It's a draw. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much...
Oh, it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up down the 21-yard line.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw. That leads to the interception.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Defense in press coverage. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. The RPO fires and big to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game, divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They've got to make this short field pay off with a touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense continues to run the football. 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line making holes and continue to feed this man the ball.
Getting set for the point after. And He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Lets it fly. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
This quarterback has had himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Using the quick game.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. He's got his man. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to go up top on first down. Makes his connection. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown Sooner! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Texas offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. We can put more plays together like that right there.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch.
and you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. You're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they got enough for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pass on the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. Games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here. He just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Just outside the red zone, if they pick up the first down, they'll start it at the 22.
I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The RPO, it's complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
That is just what you want offensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, advantageous situation now for this defense.
They want to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on down.
That stinks, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
Smashes through. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling in the ground.
Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Tackle was made after the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, you got to stop the run.
And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
To the air, it's Cummings. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Woodhead. Got a little space. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown,
the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Charlotte. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
And how about that one, Kevin? Oh, he wants it all. He's got it down right side. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets him to the 49-yard line. Workham is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
It's complete. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll throw it on first down. They're looking for the end zone. Fires in the trap and picked off. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback checking off. The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking for room at the 30. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. And you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He caught it. That completion has been right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown Sooner. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
About to kick it away after scoring the block. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Longhorn. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is
Running toward the tape. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Oklahoma! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And oh man, there's some burn orange getting nervous in here, thinking of the 2000 to 2003 blowouts, David.
And Reese, I know that, but man, it always feels like this game gets competitive in the end. And it's getting later, and it looks like Oklahoma's up big, Jesse, but I just wouldn't turn it off yet.
No, and if you're Texas, you just got to keep your composure, right? It's hard to do because you've been looking at this game and circled this game on your calendar all year long. It feels like it's getting away from you. Don't hit the panic button right now.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Going up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Dialing up a second down pass play. Trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Got room at the 35. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10.
This guy he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
He's going to pass on second down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Getting some heat. That's caught. It's Horn. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this QB has been on top. He's made good reads. You could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Horn. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Fast motion from the offense. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And he doesn't quite get the score. Ridden out of bounds at the 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive game, making your situation really good on the next down.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Running back searching for a hole. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on third and gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That turned out to be a free play with the offsides penalty. They'll wave it off and the touchdown counts. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Line gets set. First down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you would love to see that.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give as they work on that clock. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep it out of the end zone. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding, got to have a score. Offense down 1 possession. Pressure coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Horn. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws for the end zone. And it's caught. Late touchdown here. Probably it would take a monumental miracle to come back down.
this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now we've got to go for the two-point conversion, cut this thing to 8, so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late-game heroic.
Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Still running at the 35. Open runway ahead. Touchdown Sooner. And once he got loose, it was all over. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, but they made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. One more play to pad the stats. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. This rivalry is always full of passion. It brings out the best in both teams, but today, Oklahoma a little bit better, David.
Yeah, it's hard to handle all the hype of the Red River rivalry. And Oklahoma did an unbelievable job coming out the gates, handling it, putting hook 'em horns where they belong, behind Oklahoma.
Yeah, and this is a game that not just these players, but I think fans of college football in general circle at the start of the year every single season. The Red River rivalry is just special because of the tradition and history these two schools bring, but it's all about Oklahoma today. Boomer, Sooner, and bragging rights for another whole year.
To the victor, the spoils. And the spoils in this one, the golden hat, and Oklahoma will be wearing it. That's it for the latest edition of the Red River rivalry. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and our entire team, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye and so long. That'll do it for this edition of EA Sports College